Second line is a little bit different, right, from the other one. This only has one variable. So think about how the line will look like. If you're not sure, then just do one line first, okay? Then raise your hand when you finish. Okay, so let's check the slope y-intercept for line 1. Okay, Marcus, how do we get the slope and y-intercept for line 1?
You want to like isolate y first?
Yep, have you done that yet?
I'm working on it.
Okay, let me know when you got it.
Go ahead. I'm not sure if it's right, but I got like y equals to like I think it's x over -2. I'm not sure. And then -1 over -2.
Like this?
Yeah, negative. Yeah, kind of.
Is that what you wrote on the screen?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's very good. Okay, but then if you want to tell the slope and y-intercept, you need to simplify a little bit. Okay, so this part, the -1 over -2, the two negatives, you can combine together and write it as plus. Okay, +1 over 2. Right, negative negative become positive. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the x over -2, you can write it as -1 over 2 and then write x.
Okay.
Okay, so that way you can tell the slope and y-intercept. So can you tell me what's the slope and y-intercept now?
The slope would be uh 1 over -1 over 2.
So what direction?
It would be left. I mean, gonna be left to up one, down. I don't know.
Okay, do you want the negative with the 1 or with the 2? You have to decide.
The 2.
Okay, so 1 over -2 like that. So the top is for up and down. So this one is going up or down?
Up 1, left 2.
Yeah, okay. So first you decide where to put the negative, okay? Then you can determine the directions. What about the y-intercept?
The y-intercept is 1 over 2.
You have to have the x as well, okay? 0, 1 over 2, okay? All right, so now draw the graph. How many of you have finished the whole thing? Can you raise your hand? finish the shading and everything?
Haha, I found the raise hand button. It's been relocated.
Already, where?
Instead of at the side of the participants, it's put underneath reactions.
Underneath reaction. Okay, Marcus, can you try to find that?
Oh yeah, it's there.
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, probably an update or something. Okay. So far only 2 people finished. Let's look at second line. Okay. Chris, do you know how to draw the second line?
No.
Okay. What's the slope for this one? What do you think?
0.
Yeah, because this one, it doesn't have x, right? So you could rewrite this as 0x, because 0 times x is gone, disappear, right? And then plus a 3. So y equal to 3 is the same as 0x plus 3. Okay, so we have a slope of 0. What about y-intercept?
3.
Yeah,
0, 3.
0, 3, yes. Okay, so if we try to draw that, let's draw the green line first, okay? 0, 3, so that means the point is here. Slope of 0, that means it doesn't have any slope, right? So it's really flat. Slope of 0 means it's flat. So it doesn't go up and down, okay? So the line you have will be just a horizon going through 3. Another way to remember this is if you see y equal to 3, that means you want to plot all the points that have y equal to 3. So every point on this line, right? If you find any point on the line, the y will stay at 3. That's why this line is called the y equal to 3. Okay? So this is a very easy line. All right, and then let's draw the blue line. Okay, if you finish the whole shading, you can raise your hand. Yeah, half, right? For the blue one, you have half as your y-intercept. Up 1, left 2, so it'll be here. Right, down 1, right 2. Okay, and what kind of line is this one? Evan, what kind of line?
The blue one?
Yeah, the blue one.
A dotted one?
Yeah, dotted line. Okay. Right, and then we'll do the shading. We need to test. Okay, this one, the 0, 0 is not on either one, right? It's not on either line. So we could use 0, 0. All right, so for first line, 0, 0, true or false? Okay, Harry, true or false? First line.
True. Oh, false, false.
Why?
Because -1 isn't bigger than 0.
Okay, so which way do we shade then?
The on top,
Upper side, right?
yeah.
Yeah, okay, so I'll make an arrow so I won't forget. All right, second line, testing 0, 0 as well. True or false? Let me see. Okay, Jenny, true or false? Second line.
False.
Because
0 isn't greater than 3.
Yeah, so which side do we shade?
We shade away from 0, 0.
Okay, so going up, right?
Yep.
Okay, so the part where it should be shaded at the end should be, can I have, let's see, Chris, can you shade it on the screen? The final area to shade.
Do I shade the parts they have in common?
Yes, yeah, the final location.
Here?
Yeah, very good. Okay, so can you help me erase the screen? Do you know how to?
Uh,
Okay.
just erase.
Yeah,
everything.
clear the drawing. Yes, perfect. Okay. All right, so does anyone have question about how to find the overlapping place? Let's do one more, okay? This one is like in your homework. Parabola. So for parabola, you need to make a table to find the vertex. Find the vertex and make a table, okay? So you need to know how to do the factor 8, right? Divide by 2, balance. Last time we spent a lot of time reviewing that. And then the green one. Okay, if you found the APQ form, please raise your hand. If you got it right on the homework, okay, you could just use the same one, right? Put it here. If you got it wrong, then you try again, okay? Try again in the notes. I think this one is, yeah, this one is the number 2, right? Same as number 2 in the homework. Okay, Angela. Hi, I'm looking at your homework, okay? In the homework, you wrote down APQ for number 1. You put down as 132. But then that one is not APQ, right?
Yeah, I realized I did it wrong.
Yeah, so you have to factor it, divide by 2 balance, okay? So when you got the APQ form, let me know, okay? I want to check with you.
Okay.
Okay, let me see. And then for second one. Okay, and second one, Evan, for the green one, okay? Do you know how to get to APQ form?
Yeah, isn't it the one we did before? Like you have to divide the thing by 2, the x. And then
Factor it, divide by 2, balance. Okay, so when you got the second one, let me know, okay? So Angela for first line, Evan for second line.
I got the second line.
Okay, what is it?
Y is greater or equal to bracket x
Not
plus
greater, just use equal.
equal to x, like bracket x plus 1 and then squared.
That's it?
Yes,
Okay.
that outside should cancel itself out.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so I'll write down the step. Okay, divide by 2, balance, and times a 1 plus 1. Yeah, so outside canceled out. So where's the vertex then, Evan?
Is it 0, 1?
No,
Oh, it isn't.
no. What's the APQ?
A is 1, right?
A is 1. What about P?
Oh, -1. So it's 0, -1.
P is -1, right?
Yeah, and then Q is 0.
So how do you get vertex?
Oh, it's P and Q combined, so it's -1, 0.
Yeah, okay, the order matters, right? -1, 0. So using that, you can make a table, okay? Make a table and place -1, 0 in the middle and get a couple points. Okay, Angela, any trouble?
I think I did it.
Okay, so can you tell me?
So y equals bracket x squared
No,
minus 3x
yeah,
plus 1.5 squared
yeah,
bracket
yeah.
minus 1.5 squared
Mm-hmm.
plus 2.
Yeah,
So it's sorry, bracket x minus 1.5
mm-hmm.
bracket squared
Yeah,
uh and -1. Wait, sorry.
well, not close, but not right.
Oh, sorry, -0.25.
Yes, okay, very good. So where is the vertex?
1.5 and -0.25.
Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so you can put that into your table. 1.5 in the center, and then plot each side, okay? All right, so let's complete the table. Okay, how many of you already finished the whole thing? Can you raise your hand? The shading as well. Okay. The points in the table, you could use like on the left side of 1.5, you could use 1, right? The other side, use 2. And then for the green, right, you could, on the right side, you could use 0, right? And then -2. It's symmetrical. So you get the same thing for y value on each side. Okay, so let's see. Let's get some value from you. Okay, Harry, have you got the table for first line?
Not yet.
Okay, let me know when you got it.
Okay.
Okay. And Marcus, you can do the second line, second table, okay? Got it yet, Harry?
No,
Do you know how to do it?
not really.
Then you have to ask me, or I will wait till 3
I
o'clock.
was, I was thinking about it.
Huh? No, you have to ask me right away. It's faster, okay? If x equal to, let's say if x equal to 2, okay? Do you see the blue circle?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you plug that into the general form. Okay, then you can get the y values. You can either plug into that one or you can plug into the standard form, doesn't matter. Okay, but general form will be safer, right? In case you made any mistake. Do you
Mm-hmm.
understand what I mean?
So I switched the x out with 2.
Yes. So you plug the 2 into x and tell me the y values. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. How about Marcus? Are you okay? Do you know how to get a table done?
Yeah, I think I got the numbers.
Okay, so please tell me for -2, what do you have?
I got 1 and 1 for both sides.
Yeah, should be the same, okay? Symmetrical. Okay, Harry, got it?
0, 0, 0, 0.
0, 0, okay. So both of them 0. For 1 as well. Okay, if you have question, you must ask me right away. Okay, that's the fastest way to figure out how to do it, right? 1, 0. Okay, let's start with the blue line. Okay, 1, 0 is here. 1.5, negative 0.25. So about here. 2, 0. This one is a solid line, right? So if you want to be more accurate, then you get more points. Okay, right now I'm just drawing 3 points. It's not that good, but you can make another point. Okay, so total you can have 5. That would be the best. Okay, negative 1, 0 is the other vertex. 0, 1, negative 2, 1. Okay, so your 2 parabola should look like this. Okay, in your homework. Now let's do the testing. Okay, Elaine, can you test the first one? Tell us true or false.
False.
False, because?
Because
Yes.
because why? Sorry, not why. Because 0 is less than 2, not greater than or equal.
Very good. Okay, if you plug 0, 0 in, it will give you 0 greater than 2, but then it's not correct. So should we shade inside or outside then, Niling?
Inside.
Inside. Okay, so I'm gonna make an arrow. Okay, so remember it's inside the parabola. All right, next one. Let's have Brandon. Can you test the green one?
The green one. Okay. False.
Because
0 is less than 1,
so not greater than 1, right?
not greater than 1.
The question has greater than, right? So should we shade inside or outside? Should we be shading inside the parabola or outside the parabola?
Outside.
But 0, 0 is outside though.
Shade the true side. Shade inside.
Yeah, okay. 0, 0 is outside, but outside is false. So we need to shade the true side. So it should shade the inside. Okay, so the part where they both got covered, let's have someone to shade it on the screen. Okay, Evan, can you shade the final answer?
Yeah, how do I do that?
You can go to annotation,
Okay,
annotate.
is it here?
Yep. Okay, very good. Okay, do you know how to clear the drawing?
Yeah, should be good, yeah.
Very good. Okay, so the thing should be inside where both are covered. Okay, if you don't have any question about how to do the corrections, you can raise your hand. Okay, and we'll move on to the new things now. So for your correction, you need to redo the drawings. Okay, you can print out another sheet of graphing paper and work on that. Okay, Brandon, Harry, Ivy, Serena, any questions? Okay, so the last part in this chapter is the one variable now. Okay, we finished all the drawing. This part is not much drawing, just number lines. Okay, much easier to draw. So let's compare this one with the one variable of the linear. Okay, so if you look at before, okay, the beginning, page 63. So like this one, okay, try to remember what we did. We just isolate x, right? And then sometimes we need to flip the inequality sign, right? Like over here, this part. So why do we need to flip the inequality sign, Angela?
I think it's like if it's negative and you flip it, then it makes it not negative.
If the thing you want to divide is negative, okay? Like over here, you're dividing both sides by what number?
-5.
Yeah, okay, so if the number you are dividing is a negative number, then you need to flip the inequality, okay? Yeah, so, or multiply, okay? Either multiply or divide by negative, and we explained it over here, why we flip the sign. If you look at here, right? If it's -4 less than 12, If you multiply by -4, then it becomes, the left side will become bigger. Okay, so that's why it used to be big, it will become small. Okay, used to be smaller, it will become bigger. So this is for linear, right? You're able to just isolate the x. But for quadratic, okay, if there's an inequality, we have to do it differently, okay? So the method is called the graphing roots. So when we solve, right, when we have an inequality, if we change the inequality into an equal, like over here, equal sign, then this is called a quadratic equation. And quadratic equation, when you find the answers, right, we have name. They are also called the roots. Does anyone remember other names for the answers for quadratic? Other than roots, what else do we call them? Ivy, do you remember? Answers for the quadratic equations.
I don't remember.
Okay, Colin, how about you? Do you remember? We have three different. Yeah, Colin?
I don't remember.
Elena?
X-intercepts?
Yeah, x-intercept, roots. There's one more. X-intercept, roots. Anyone? Yeah, Elaine?
Zeros?
Zeros, very good. Okay, so let's write that down, okay? Zeros, x-intercept. Okay, it's called the zeros because the x that you found, if you plug it into the equation, it makes the whole value become 0, right? Makes it equal to 0. That's why it's called the zeros, okay? So sometimes you get 1 0 or 2 0, or there's no 0 at all, right? No roots. On the graph, it will be called the x-intercept, right? Because that's when the y becomes zeros, right? So here we're using the x-intercept as our concept here, okay? So with the inequality, if the question has greater than, okay, let's write that down. This is greater than. Greater than 0 means it's higher than the 0, right? And higher means above. So above the x-intercept, above the zeros, okay? So if you see greater than, that means we are looking for the x values. So then on the graph, they are above the x-axis. Because if it's x-intercept, it will be on the x-axis, okay? X-intercept means on the x-axis. So that's when equal to 0. So if it's greater than 0 means above x-axis. Does that make sense? Okay. X-intercept means on, right? On the x-axis when it's equal. Equal means on, okay? Greater means above, okay? And then, so that means the opposite, right? Opposite is the less than. Less than means below, right? Lower. So we're looking for a location where it's lower than the x-axis or below x-axis. Okay, so if the question has both, right? If it has greater than or equal to, that means you are looking for not only on the x-axis, but also above, right? Greater than or equal, so it could combine together. So that's why we learn how to find x-intercept first before we learn the inequality, okay? So that's where it divides into above and below. So I'll show you an example, then you get better understand what I'm talking about, okay? So we'll start with pretend it's equal first, okay? So step 1 is to find x-intercept. Okay, x-intercept means it's on x-axis. Okay, so to find x-intercept, we need to make it equal to 0. And solve for this. Okay, how do we solve this one? Let you write this down first, okay? Can you raise your hand if you finished writing everything up to now? Okay, Elaine and Jenny, are you done writing? Yeah, Jenny, you finished? Okay, Harry, do you remember how to solve this one?
Change x to 0.
No, we are not changing x to 0. We are trying to find x.
Oh, yeah. Isolate x.
Yeah, how do we do that?
Uh, I forgot.
Okay, this is called the quadratic equation. Do you remember we have a chapter called the quadratic equation?
Yeah.
Okay, can you tell us which page it is on? Quadratic equation, please find it. What page is quadratic equation?
49.
Okay, let's go back to 49. Okay, everyone flip back to 49. Where is it? 49. Yeah, over here. Okay, so quadratic equation, page 49. If you look at page 50, on the top, we listed 5 methods. Okay. Now, do you remember what this is about?
Kind of.
Okay. So you can look at the example, right? You have GCF. If there's GCF, you take it out. You can cross factor if there are 3 terms, right? You can isolate variable if there's only one x. And then there is a complete square, which is much longer, more work to do, right? So unless the question asks you to do it this way, otherwise you just use the formula, okay, which is number 5. Okay, do you remember now, Harry?
It's coming back to me.
Yes, I know. Okay, so I would like you to think about this now again. Okay, so go back to that. Which method do you think we should use here to find x-intercept? Now list the methods again. Okay, GCF, we have cross multiply, we have isolate, right? We have complete, square, right? We have formula. Okay, if you forgot, you can write them down. What do you think? Which one should we do?
Cross factor.
Cross factor, sure. Okay, so can you try it out and let me know once you factored it? See if it works, okay? See if it's factorable.
Never mind. I don't think it's factorable.
It's not factorable? Are you sure?
I don't think so.
What have you tried? On the left side, what number did you put? What pairs?
Negative. Because there's no um common factors.
Yeah, no common factor, yeah. We are not doing GCF, we are doing the cross factor, right? So for the left side, which two numbers multiply makes negative 2x squared?
Negative 2 and 1
Negative 2x and 1x.
and 1x.
Okay, now for the right side, what do you want to try?
Three and 2.
Right side, right side. What number is on the right side? This is the left side. This is the right side.
One and 5.
1 and 5. Okay, now how do we know if it works or not?
Cross multiply.
Okay, let's do that. Cross multiply, what do you get?
Negative 10x and 1x.
And 1x. And then how do we know if it works?
If they add up to 3x.
Yeah, do they?
No.
No, okay, so you got to change. Let's change the pair, okay? Erase the 1 and 5. Let's try a different one. Instead of 1 and 5, what else can you try?
Negative 10 and negative 2.
Huh? Negative 10 and negative 2?
Sorry, my bad. My brain not work. I'm not sure.
5, it doesn't have many choice, right? It's either 1 times 5, right? 1
Okay.
times 5 or negative 1 times negative 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
but you could also flip them. Flip the order. Instead of 1 and 5, you could also do
5 and 1.
5 and 1 because it can give you different result, different combination, right?
Yeah.
Now, what do you get if you do this way?
5x and negative 2x.
And then,
And then it subtracts to 3x.
yeah, add together is 3x. Do we want that?
Yeah.
Okay, now we got a pair, so it's factorable. How do we write out the brackets then?
Negative 2x plus 5 and x plus 1.
Very good, okay? So when you write the brackets, make sure it's horizontally to be your answer, okay? And then let's finish it. We factored it. How do we continue to get the roots? Get the x-intercept now.
Make two equations.
Yeah, two equations.
Negative 2x plus 5 equals 0.
And the other one?
X plus 1 equals 0.
Yeah, and then?
And then move the 5 and the 1 to the other side.
Okay, you solve it. Let me know when you got it. What's your final answer?
Negative 2.5 and 1.
2.5 and 1. How? Can you tell me the steps?
Negative 1, sorry, negative 1.
Okay, what about negative 2.5? How did you get that?
I did negative 2 divided by 5 instead of negative 2 divide negative 5.
5 needs to move over first, right?
Yeah, so it turned into negative.
Yeah, so negative 2x equal to negative 5. And then?
Divide both sides by negative 2,
So answer is
2.5.
positive or negative?
Positive.
Yeah, okay. Should be positive 2.5. Okay, so now we have two roots. Okay, so those are x-intercept. So you guys please write this down. Okay, these are x-intercept. They are on x-axis. Okay, now if you look at the graph, look at the question. Question wants greater than and equal, right? Greater than and equal means not only on the x-axis, but also above. Okay, Jenny? Yeah, okay. So above and on x-axis. Above the x-axis and on x-axis. So what does that mean? Let's go to the right side, okay? So for step 2, it's not finished yet, but we're almost done, okay? We need to draw the parabola. We put the x-axis and y-axis and then write down the x-intercept first, okay? 2.5 is here, right? 2.5. Negative 1 is here. And then you look at the question, right? The one that has the general form, because it has a negative at the front. Okay, if you remember from the parabola, right? This is a parabola that opens downwards. If this is negative, means opens down. Okay, if the A, this is the A, right? A is negative 2. If A is positive, it will open up. If A is negative, opens down. So we have a parabola that opens down and passing through those x-axis. Okay, so the part that is on the is these 2 points. I'll use the okay, let me use the green to draw it, okay? Right, this is the parabola that opens down. Let me erase it first. Okay, let me try again. Okay, this is the parabola that opens down. So the question that it wants, the question wants to, is looking for the, on the x-axis, so the red part, the red is the answer, okay? On x-axis is those 2 dots, and above x-axis. So the part that is above x-axis, so you can cover the bottom part. Above x-axis will be this part. So it's everywhere in between -1 and 2.5. Then that is the answer you're looking for, right? So if you draw it on the number line, it will be in between, right? If it's just talking about number line. So any place in between -1 and 2.5, the y value will be greater and equal to 0, okay? So your final answer, when you write it out, you write it in between, okay? 2.5 is on the right side, -1 on the left side, and x is anywhere in between. Those are all your answers. So this is the answer you need to show. Okay? So let's just quickly summarize what we did, okay? Step 1, we find the x-intercept, which is nothing new. This is a review, okay? And that's why we spend so much time on this. We have to review the how to find x-intercept. The only new thing is step 2. You look at the question. Question wants above and on. So you draw the parabola looking for the part that's above x-axis and also on the x-axis. Then that is your answer. Okay, so we are due for a break now. And well, let's just take a 10 minutes break. Okay, and then after the break, we'll try a few more. Okay.